These are some of the rarest tractors ever produced. In 1968, John Deere released the WA-14 and WA-17 tractors, respectively sold for $35,000 and $41,000. Too expensive, overlooked, and misunderstood, only 51 units combined were ever produced. The Steiger Tiger 3470, equipped with a Cummins engine, was released in 1977. But in 1980, the same tractor equipped with a Cat 3408 engine was introduced. Only 20 units were produced. In 1984, International Harvester released the 7288 model, sold for $83,000. Only 19 units were built, right before the Farmall plant in Rock Island, Illinois was shut down in May of 1985. A total of 16 Jackson 444 tractors were made in 1970, just before Ervil Jackson passed away. Rated at 210 horsepower, the 444 originally sold for $17,000. Hey, question, would you take this over a Massey-Ferguson? In the summer of 1961, well-known British manufacturer David Brown released a brand new tractor, the 990 model. The farming machine was the most powerful wheeled tractor the company had ever made at the time. Sold with the Implematic designation, the 990 was powered by a 3-liter diesel engine rated at 52 horsepower, a power bracket largely dominated by the Fordson Major and the Massey-Ferguson 65 back then. In 1965, the tractor was upgraded with a new transmission, and the unit became the 990 Select-O-Matic. This upgrade alone would help David Brown to keep the machine in their catalog for the next 15 years to come. In 1980, the production of the 990 came to an end. It's been reported that between 1965 and 1980, David Brown produced 67,000 units of the Select-O-Matic. Farming classic. What does that tell you when a tractor is produced for 16 years? In 1937, the Oliver Hart Parr 2844 became the Oliver 90 and 99 tractors. Equipped with a high-compression gasoline engine, the 99 model was Oliver's answer to global big plow tractors' needs. Rated at 52 horsepower and sold for $3,500 at the time, the Oliver 99 was a workhorse equipped with a 4-speed transmission and had a weight of 7,300 pounds, or 3.3 metric tons. Built tough, as good as it gets in farm tractors from that era, the stunning Oliver 99 was a luxury item from that distant time, manufactured with an electric starter, lights, and an 18-mile-per-hour road gear. In 1953, 16 years after being introduced to market, the Oliver 99 was discontinued. It was replaced by a new model that deserves an exclusive upcoming video, the almighty Super 99, this time boasting some diesel goodness. Remember when quality and longevity meant something? In 1963, John Deere had to replace the 4010 tractor after selling 40,000 units of it. And so was born the 4020 model, a machine that would meet an incredible market success for almost a decade. The John Deere 4020 provided operators with multiple front-end options, such as single-wheel, tricycle, and even roll-o-matic. It also offered additional tire sizes, which can be adjusted to match different row crops. Rated at 84 drawbar horsepower, the 4020's most innovative feature was its power shift transmission, which allowed for movement between gears without needing to use a clutch. 3 different body types were available. Between 1963 and 1972, John Deere sold over 184,000 units of the tractor, making it one of the most talked about JD machines ever, back when quality and longevity still meant something. In 2024, this freaking tractor would cost 46 grand. In 1959, Massey-Ferguson introduced the 88 model, a standard tread tractor part of the first Massey-Ferguson line of machines, which included the famous 65 or the 85, now part of Massey's glorious history. Rated at 53 horsepower, the good old Massey-Ferguson 88 was the Western/Wheatland version of the Massey 85 model. The tractor offered a fixed tread front axle and was equipped with an 8-speed transmission. In 1959, you could buy a brand new Massey-Ferguson 88 tractor, built in Detroit, Michigan, for $4,325 US, which is the equivalent of $46,000 in today's money. Not exactly known as a bestseller, the MF-88 was discontinued in 1962, but it's still remembered today as a fantastic machine part of Massey-Ferguson's first line of tractors. As legendary as it gets. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking. In 1947, Ford released what would then become a legendary machine in the farming industry, the 8N tractor. It was designed with one specific mission: creating the best tractor that the world had ever seen. Known for its incredible versatility, especially for its time, the 26-horsepower tractor instantly became a commercial success. The 8N came with a 4-speed transmission that allowed an increased takeoff speed. Designed with adjustable hydraulics that were useful for working different soil types, the Ford 8N was also highly noticeable thanks to a sublime two-tone red and white paint scheme instead of the regular solid red used at the time. In 1952, Ford officially discontinued the tractor, which sold back then for $1,404. A total of 524,000 units were produced over 5 years, and thousands of them are still running today. They just made them better back then, don't you think? In 1951, Allis-Chalmers released the HD-20, the stepping stone between the powerful HD-19 and the highly successful HD-21. The crawler tractor was part of the insane horsepower race going on back then. Allis-Chalmers, who at the time did not manufacture its own diesel engines, picked a General Motors Detroit diesel model 6110 rated at 175 horsepower to power the brand new HD-20 built in Illinois. The HD-20 featured a torque converter in the transmission, a concept pioneered by Allis-Chalmers in earth-moving equipment as far back as 1946. Most units were used primarily as push tractors or tow units for scrapers. In late 1954, Allis-Chalmers discontinued the HD-20 and replaced it with the all-new HD-21, which would happen to be a gigantic market hit. Over 3 years, about 3,000 HD-20s were produced. If you compete in tractor pulling, you better fear that guy. In 1954, Oliver discontinued their 99 model and replaced it with the Super 99, a top-of-the-line machine that would establish the American farm equipment manufacturer as the king of high-horsepower tractors. Designed beefy, the Oliver Super 99 was sold with a choice of either gas or diesel engines. But it was a General Motors 2-cycle diesel engine that broke the 80-horsepower mark that caught everyone's eye at the time. Just like the 99 model, the Super 99 was a luxury tractor which sold for $5,000 in 1954. It was equipped with a 6-speed transmission, independent PTO, belt pulley, and hydraulic system. Designed as tough as it gets, the Super 99, in particular the GM version, stood alone as the undisputed king of farm horsepower in the 1950s, only overshadowed by the massive construction crawlers of that time.